my dear Leos. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between November 16 to November 30, 2016. November 16 to 17, we will have the Leonids meteor shower that was last seen in its greatest magnitude in 2001. It has yearly showers, but peaks every 33 years, where 100 of meteors per hour can be seen. The waning gibbous moon from the full supermoon November 14 will block the fainter meteors, but in 2001 the meteors could be seen also in sunset and sunrise. I remember, and I also took pictures. So November 29 we will have the new moon, but it will be in daytime, so nighttime will be really dark. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leos. I want my dear Leo viewers to have love in their lives, to find themselves in loving relationship, and also find themselves having creative success and walking towards the highest path, towards spiritual enlightenment. Okay, so I'll just tune in a little bit. This is your future, this is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the time between the last part of November 2016, but whenever you watch this is fine. It will probably be the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you, Leo, is a Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles is kind of working on something. You have been working for something for quite a while, and it's the kind of continuation of this work. It's something needed to come up to discussions, something need to be worked through. It's Trinity and it's Pentacles. So it's something to do. It can be with work, but it can also be like a discussion or a like almost a quarrel in partnerships, in friendship, in love relationship, in families. So something needs to be worked on, so it can be even more harmonious and better in the future. It's a really good card about willingness to put in the extra effort and to do what's necessary to get the job done. So it can be that you have some kind of meeting with someone where you need to put down like plans for the future. The next card for you is the shadow side. So it's really crucial for you during these discussions that you are really awake, really clear and awake, and like in the knowing. You see the light that comes in here to the shadow side. So it's a you might need to deal with your own and other people's shadows. So they might not be aware of their shadows, but you can be aware of yours, and you can be aware of also theirs, and kind of like move yourself through those troubled waters when it comes to discussions or we need to make a future together with other people, and we need to deal with our own and their shadow. There can be problems, and there can be feeling of a lot of feeling of fear can come up, and anxiety and worry for the future and things like this. So try to see things like really clear, and when you discuss, really see what the other person is saying and reflect this back to them, like, okay, I hear you say this, is this what you mean? So every shadow thing can come up to the light and be seen. So it might be that you are also doing this work upon yourself during this time, to take up your different parts from the shadow. The next card is Eight of Swords. So I think it's some situation you have been working on, as I said, for a very long time, and you have felt rather stuck. And you see, this is the person doing exactly the opposite of what I told you to do. They kind of are really firm with their different opinions, and they have like put like some kind of boundaries on themselves, and they don't see the truth. And the costal is there. It's the thing that you want is already manifested. It's just that you're not seeing it. in its full potential, because you have a lot of things, different values and opinions, as I said, that kind of make things not going the right way for you. So it might be another person that is this kind of blindfolded, and you might have to face them and encounter them and talk with them and be aware of this problem. And the awareness is the key, because if this person was aware, she would take off those loosely binded ropes, and she would take off the blindfold and remove the swords, and or just walk away, or walk to the castle or take a boat or whatever. So this person is kind of trapped by themselves. It's a prison of your own making. So I feel that it might have been like a situation where you have talked with someone, or you have meet with someone, or you have connected with yourself on a deeper shadowy level, and you need to like do this work, what I told you, take off the blindfold and see that you are already free. Just be aware, just be awake, just see what's happening within you. Take all the anxiety and uncomfortable feelings and stay with them, and try to go really deep within them. See them, if they have a color, do they have a sound, do they have a texture, do they move through your body in a certain way, so you can connect with them in a deeper level. I usually use my five senses to connect with my feelings, and also ask them a lot of questions. Why are you here? What do you want? What do you want me to see? Things like this. And this is how you take each of every creature here that you have in your shadow, and let their voice be heard, and see them for what they are, and kind of welcome them in your being. So don't try to be like get away, like swoop away the pain. Stay with it and accept it, like you would accept a little child that's hurt. And it's the same thing if you're talking with someone that has a great shadow, or things in their shadow. Be with them, give them attention, talk with them, say, okay, is this what you mean? You said this. So you can help them investigate what's going on here in this kind of prison that's where we have put ourselves. Okay, and here's the Seven of Wands. So this is someone not wanting this attention, this light that comes in here and comes here. Wands are energy, it's spiritual energy, and it's a bridge here. And this person is not wanting to have these insights. They might want to be like trapped like this still. So this might be you, or it might be another person, and it can be both within you, that you are aware that you have a shadow and you're trying to work with it, and you kind of have a hard time because you're resisting the pain. But it can also be some other person that's because what you have on your inside is usually what you have on the outside as well. So you might have a person that's kind of not wanting to see the truth. But this is the pain, or the thing, the message that's want to come, whatever. So you need to not resist it, but stay with it. Resistance means more pain. It means more hurt. It means more trauma. So try to, if you can, to it's hard to relax into the pain, but try if you can to just take the pain as it comes, and be with it, because it's like you are going through some kind of birth canal here, and it might have been going on for a long time, that you feel very uncomfortable and stressed and not happy, and you don't want it. You just want it to be over and done with. But the only way is going through. You can't only go through. You can't go around this. It need to be seen. It's what it needs. It needs attention. It needs to be seen. It's just this. So you can't blindfold yourself anymore. And people in your surrounding might show you exactly what's happening, because they might do this, and you might see it. So you can understand also what's going on within you. And here is a Nine of Swords. A Nine of Swords is, of course, all those past pains that you have been through, all those traumas, all those situations where you didn't feel loved or supported, or where you actually were so anxious that you were cruel to yourself and kind of question yourself, and going back and forth in your head, is this the right way, this that the right way? Try to trust yourself more. Try to stay. It's okay to be in this position. This card is kind of showing a little bit like a martyr person that has been also feasted on by a vampire, but it's okay. It's a great position to just stay like this in your bed, and just feel all the pain and not resist it, because it's your communication system. It's a lot of things that you have been through, that you need to see, that you need to learn. You need to just take the message of it. You can't resist it anymore. You see, this person is kind of running away, and this person doesn't want to see it. The shadows that you have there. So it's kind of the work that you have. They don't want to see this. This one is blindfolded. This tried to resist it. When this one has capitulated and just say, okay, bring it on. so it's actually a very good thing. And you have the moon here also. And the moon is, of course, how you are being guided through your more darker feelings, your depression maybe, and your subconscious also. And you will have a lot of beautiful, beautiful things coming out of this. You will have so much knowledge about yourself that you didn't see, because it has been trying to talk with you your whole life, and you haven't been listening. You have been putting those nasty things that's kind of screaming for you, want your attention. You have put them in the basement. You have blindfolded yourself to not see them, to not hear them. You have tried to resist the energy when it's coming, try to just poke it away, go away. You can even have been so skilled, so you can have made headache go away, or you can have made like aches and pains in your body go away. But now it's time to stay with it and face it, to just give up and say, okay, bring it on. And this is what she's doing here. And it's not about making a sad story out of it. Don't do this, because this is like traumatizing yourself all over again. Don't think so much. Try to stay with the pain, and take the information. Take the most crucial pain that you have in your body. Say that you have like trouble breathing, for example. That is a heavy breathing. Stay with this. Just stay with this feeling, or an ache in the heart, or a burn in the stomach, or an anxiety in your back, or headache, as I said, whatever it is. Just stay with it, and try to see if it has a color, a shape, texture, a movement, a smell, a taste, a sound. For me, a lot of feelings have sounds. It can be like squeaking against the nails against the blackboard, or it can be like sounds, or it can be heartbeat or whatever. Often it's very good to do this kind of exercise, because you will encounter a picture, an inner picture of this entity that you have inside of you and trying to speak to you, and you will be able to start to ask it questions like. Why are you here? What is the message? What do you want? What is the truth behind all this? Whatever you want to ask it. And you can also have a conversation back and forth. Sometimes they will be angry with you. Sometimes they will have a profound love. Sometimes they will lecture you. Sometimes they just want your attention and your love. So it's very different. But you will be so much more in the know after you have done all this. And after this, you will be able to have much more open circulation with your feelings. So whenever it comes to feelings, you will take a little time, and you will heed the message, and you won't build up a pile like this ever again. So you won't have to have this kind of crucial pain ever again, because you will have a flow. There will be a flow. It's like a Merkaba, this thing you have, your energy system in your body, and it's kind of blocked with all the message that hasn't been heeded. So you need to listen to them and just let the circulation start flowing here, because it's very, very blocked. But I think you have been working on this for quite some time. You see here, this is the work card, and here's the whole story, what you have been going through. So for many of you, this will already be in place. But for some of you, this is what you need to do now. And it's not easy, but it will require a lot of time. You need to do in this scale, you need to do it maybe 1 hour a day, before you go to sleep, you take a notebook with you and you just check it out, and go through it. And it might take an hour or maybe 2 hours. It depends on how much you have to talk about. But after this is a beautiful picture about how you have been working on yourself to be able to manifest a communication system within yourself, from the divine towards you. It's Trinity here. So this is how the divine has been talking to you your whole life, and you have been trying to not listen. And now you're wondering why I am so lost. Why can't I find the right way? Why can't I find the right partner? Why can't I find my creative success? In many areas you have been able to, but in some areas you have you don't have, because you have been traumatized in some level, and therefore you have blocked this energy. You haven't want to feel the pain, but now you need to do it. It's like a cleaning out of your system, and after this you will have your guidance system in place, and it will be a beautiful thing. So the next card for you is Ten of Pentacles, and it comes underneath Three of Pentacles. So Ten of Pentacles is a place of value. It's actually it's your goals. It's what you dream of. It is what you want to have. It can be whatever. You maybe want to be rich. You maybe want to have a new house. You maybe want a partner. You might long for a child. You want loyal friends in your life. You want to have someone to grow old together. You want to have grandkids. You want to travel. It can be whatever. It's a place of value. This can be a workplace. It can be a family. It can be like a marriage. It can be a friendship. So it's something here that needs to be still worked on. And it's a 10. So I think it's something that has been there for quite some time in your life. It's a place of value, and it's still there. It might have gone through some heavy turmoil here, because people needed to see their shadow and work through a lot of problems, and see themselves and understand more of themselves and learn more of themselves. But it seems like the situation is still there. It's great foundation, it seems. And here comes the High Priestess. So this is the beautiful communication system I have been talking about. The High Priestess is a person or a divine entity. That's kind of, you see, she's manifested here. Almost she's manifested, but not, and she has the moon symbol in many places here. So this is what I talk about. This is a person that can take the good and the bad, like take them as information. She just take the information, the knowledge here, it just come to her. The moon, you see, she's not afraid. She is like a tiger or a panther. She just, the black little panther there. So she's just taking the information of those. She doesn't think of it as pain anymore. She thinks of it as crucial, important information. The more anxious the feeling, the more highly, like hardly vibrating in your body, the more attention it wants, and the more urgent it is. So she just takes the information. She just heed the message. She's not afraid, and she's in utter self-respect of herself, and she know exactly what to go, where to go, what to do, when to do it, and she doesn't question herself. So this is what you have to look forward to be this person in great self-respect, loving towards others when they deserve it, kind of, and also very decisive when things needed to be done, because she's impulsive. She gets the message in the now, and she acts in the now. So she's not like steaming on things or brewing on things. She just say it like, this is what I see, what's your comment on that? So she's very here and now. She's like your what you see with your eye, you see it at one moment, but you process it in your brain. It takes some time, so you always see kind of the past all the time. And this is like this picture. It's kind of, you are manifesting your life all the time in the now. So it's something there for you to ponder about, this now thing, to be in the now, and to react in the now, and to be more like in tuned with the divine, and feel the feelings, and being able to make decisions when it comes to making decisions. This is Two of Swords. So it's a card about making decisions, and this person has actually turned their back against the waters and the moon, and crossed their arms over the heart chakra, and are using the swords kind of like antennas to the divine. So they want information, but they don't want to listen to the information that's already there. So it's kind of this situation. But it's kind of it's an advice for you. It's kind of take down those arms, turn against the water, turn against the moon, and you will have your answer. You will know how to choose. You will know what to do. Instantly, you will know what to do. So you don't have to be like this, going back and forth in your mind. And should I do this? Should I do that? Shall I say yes? Shall I say no? Shall I show them the door? Shall I invite them in? You don't have to go back and forth like this anymore. When you are brave enough to face your pain. So the next card for you is a Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles is a person that's kind of really loyal and there, and it's a dog again. So it's something with loyalty and stability and long-term things. And here is a rejection of that. So you might have rejected a person that's stable and there for you. You might have been like trying to not hear them, not trying to. You have tried to keep them away, keep them at bay. Don't feel the feelings for them, but they're still there, and it's the dog again. So it's loyalty. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, and it's beautiful. It's roses here, and it's this green color that's for love and abundance. So it might be that you are this person, very stable and very there, and you have other persons that's kind of rejecting your what you want. Maybe it's about something with stability, something with long term. People can often be afraid when it comes to long-term relationship or long-term agreements, because this can also be agreements like contracts, how to decide what to do in the future. So people can be afraid to be swallowed, and that they have sacrificed their whole life to one cause, when there is so many things to experience. So you need to know that people can be afraid of this, even if it's giving a lot of love and stability. So it's kind of a situation where you have everything in one way. In one reality, you have everything you want, and in one reality, you are kind of refusing it or rejecting it. So you need to. It's two High Priestesses, number 2. This is Two of Swords. You need to choose what to do, and this is number 3. So this is you watching your ships coming in. It's a 3 again, as with the 3 of Pentacles. So it might be a discussion again with someone. And you have your terms now, because you are the High Priestess. You are in the know now, so you know what you want and what you don't want, and you can be able to put up terms in this situation. So you have some, when you go into a process of talking about the future or making agreement with people, you have certain terms that you want to be fulfilled, and some you can't compromise with, but you will know which, because you have decided this is a decisive person. We see the backside of them, because they are heading for the future, and they are anxious for their ship to come in, and for the future to happen. It's kind of almost a little bit of anxiety in the air, because you have got a lot of information from this pain that you have read. So now you know a lot of more things, and you're anxious to try this and to make it see how it works in the reality, and what you can manifest from this. The next card for you is Four of Swords, and it comes underneath 3 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you have been working on, it will take a little bit more time. Time seems to be crucial. We need to sacrifice a lot of time. It seems during 2016 things are not moving very hasty. It's a lot of things that need to be like digested, kind of. So Four of Swords is a situation where you're tired after long work, You might be overexhausted, so try to not overdo things, or try to rest whenever you can, because this is sometimes a threat to your health, being this tired, being so exhausted about your energies. But it might be like also two people not speaking to each other, and having some troubles with deciding where to go with the future here, with this that have already been worked on for quite some time. So it's a moment, maybe a truth between two people. Maybe it's you need to take the next step, but maybe not exactly now. This is a little bit into the future, so this anxiety will have to wait for a little while, I think, because there's things that need to be settled. There needs to be more like divine timing. So you see all those swords cards. It's kind of, it seems like people are not really agreeing with each other. They have different way of viewing things. So it might be like a clash of titans happening here soon. And maybe it's good to have a little, like a little respite between the battles. And here you have the moon, and it comes beautifully, beautifully underneath the high priestess and the shadow side. So this is what it's all about. It's how you're getting your knowledge. The most interesting and intriguing knowledge that is for humans to know is buried deep within your fears and your nightmares and the things that you fear is going to happen, your anxiety. You have all the knowledge is kind of buried here, for only the bravest people to find it and to do something about it. And Leo, you are brave, so dig deep within your soul and in your subconscious, and with your attention is the key, your attention, and try to find out what's going on underneath the surface, because the moon is it's the moon, it's light from that's reflected from the sun, so it's not sunlight, it's more shadowy. A lot of things can be hidden from your eye of attention, so you need to really look, and especially look in yourself. When you meet a person that's kind of not seeing eye to eye with you, try to have more focus on what's happening within you than what's happening with them. Reflect back what they are saying, kind of like, okay, I hear you are saying this, and is this correct? And they say, yes, this was what I said. And then you say, okay, and this is how my reaction, I feel for this, what you said. This is how I react upon this. I feel like this and this. So you need to stay anchored within yourself, because here you have all the knowledge that you didn't want to see earlier. Now it's time to see it, so you don't get double crossed and don't get fooled and don't get, taken advantage of or being hurt. So be really awake. Try to stay awake every moment, especially when you are with other people, and try to feel your whole body. Try to feel the warmth in your hand from your head to your toes. Try to be awake and aware of your body, and don't be afraid of when a strong feeling is coming in and kind of attacking you. Just know then that it's a crucial message that's coming and you need to listen to it. So maybe you say, well, okay, I need to take a little time to think. Can we take a walk? And then you think about, you feel this feeling and you try to anchor it and you try to process it and understand what it wants to say to you. So you don't get lost with your relationship or with your decisions here. Okay. So the next card for you, Leo, is death. Okay. Yeah, okay, death. So death, you have had this before, so you're experienced in what's happening. Death is change. It's anything that were before, it's not there anymore, it's something new. So I think it's a profoundly deep change within you that you're kind of like giving it up to death. You see this little boy here. It's kind of this girl, how she first like gave up and just say, okay, bring it on. And this little boy has understand the whole thing, like die before you die. face your fears before this death comes, and you will be ready. So I don't mean you are going to die. I just mean that everything is going to change for you, probably in a very beautiful way. Because you have listened now, you know that death, the change isn't dangerous. It's life is changeable all the time. You saw the moon card here, the high priestess card. She's kind of manifesting her now all the time. It's not something stable like this 10 of Pentacles. It's the now is the now. It can change like in an instant. So it's kind of up to you as a creator to manifest your reality second by second, like the high priestess is doing here. And this little boy here, he has understanding this lesson. So he's giving it up to the now all the time. He's dying all the time. He's saying he's accepting everything that comes, because what is the meaning of refusing? You know, refusing what is when it's already there. You can hate it as much as you want. It won't change. It's already there. So accept it when it comes. This is resistance. And what I want you to do is accept instead. Say, okay, let's, like this little boy is doing here, giving the white flowers to death. Say, okay, this is my situation now. And you are the creator, so if you want, you can change it. You can make an effort to change it. You are not a victim of circumstances like this. You need to accept whatever you have created and say, okay, this is what's in my now. And right now, maybe you can't do anything about it, because maybe you love a person that you can't have, or you have been kicked out from a job that you didn't wanted to have still, or whatever can have happened to you. But you're kind of accepting it and saying, okay, I want to create a better future for myself. So you keep your mind pure. Like, don't think anxious thoughts of what's going to happen. Be brave and face the truth of your situation. And the things that you can change, you change them. And the things you can't change, you accept them until they are being able to be in a situation where you can change it, actually. So don't take up more problems than you can handle in the now. Just take whatever comes and accept it and work with it. You don't have to be like in a bad situation forever. You just have to acknowledge that you are in a bad situation and then do something about it. You have the power. You are the creator. You create your every moment like this. Every second you're creating yourself and your reality. I see it's a hard time for you, Leo. I won't underestimate this, but it's time for you to become brave. And I don't think anything scary is going to happen to you. It's more like you are going to face your fears so that you can be this brave lion that you already are. Okay, yes, here we have the star card. So you're going to be guided very much step by step and through waters. So through your emotions. And we have a Queen of Pentacles here and a Seven of Wands. So something that has been resisted needs to be accepted. This queen is very stable. She just takes whatever comes. She's loyal. She's not easily to rock, you know. She's just, okay, this is what is. And she takes it and she does something about it, because she's earth. She can always grow new things, or rest a little bit and take new, fresh go with things. And here you have the star card. So this is about being guided through your emotions, being guided through your waters, being guided through watching the stars. Also, thoughts, of course, has this angel radio kind of quality, but don't try to take the information without getting stressed so much. If there comes an information through that someone is going to be doing some bad things towards you or whatever, you say, okay, and you know in your heart that whatever happens, you can react like in the now, like the high priestess does, with very much self-respect and total like being in the now, taking the message from the divine. Okay, this is what's happening, this is what I'm going to do. You're going to feel it. It's going to be very well anchored, like this little child and this star person and the high priestess, and also the Queen of Pentacles. We'll see the next card here. It's Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is kind of you are going to build your new home somewhere else, I think. This is Three of Wands. You're searching for your ship to come in, and Ten of Wands is a movement forward to that, what you have dreamed of. It can be a house that you want to have. It can, the castle, you see the castle in many of the tarot pictures, because castle is important. It's yourself. It's what you're searching for. It's yourself. It's the total you with all the rooms that's possibly, and that can be like also in many dimensions. So the castle is the goal. It's kind of finding yourself, and when you're finding yourself, you will find love as well. So I think you're out searching for what the thing that that you need. You're not going to just stay and you know, um, just accept whatever comes in your lap. You're going to be a creator. You are going somewhere. You are going to take new, fresh handles on things and make it like how you want it. Sometimes Ten of Wands is suppression, holding back your feelings, but I think we can say that's not happening anymore here. It's a lot of feelings and it's a lot of pain, so there's not so much more resistance. It's kind of you creating your new future. You're going into the future, therefore we see the backside of you, and you have this Ten of Wands surrounded by the star, the Queen of Pentacles, and Three of Wands. So it's like you're going to build a new stability for yourself. I heard a song the other day that I think is crucial for you, because it comes now, and it was like a line being said in that song. They say searching for love is like searching for yourself. When you find yourself, you find love, because they are the same. So this is what you're searching for: love, stability. In all this change in the world, you want to find home, and the central point of home is your own adult self, your own inner being that's taking the message from the divine and from your soul and everything, and just act in the now, always having self-respect, always being adult, taking adult decisions, never being like, yeah, sometimes you can be like this. When it comes to problems, you can go and lie on your bed for a while and scream and cry, and then you will go up and you will deal with the problem. So this is the adult way to do things. So it seems like you're going to change, Leo, into a much more stable adult person that's very good on handling problems. I know that you are creators, you are problem solvers, but it seems like you are leveling this up a little bit, because you have been facing all of your fears. So it has been kind of a spring cleaning, I think, or a all year cleaning maybe for most of you. And it's a new beginning here. It's a new beginning. You have been going through some true hardships, and it's you have two tens here, so you are going from a stable situation and you're coming to a stable situation, but it's kind of expanding, because you have learned a lot of things. So now you maybe you were skilled in like many different situations, but you had one situation which you were always failing in, and made the same mistake all over again and again. And I think you won't do this. I think it's done. I think you won't do the same mistakes. That you have healed this last situation where you you weren't able to create things. And often it can be different for different people. For some it's very hard to create money. For some it's hard to create success or friends or a relationship or love. So it can be different. But often we are very good in many areas, and then we have one area which is not so good. We are not good creators there. But I think you have gone through the process here. When this time is finished, you will know also how to create success for yourself in that area. And it won't be easy. It will be like a birth, through a birth canal. So you will be squeezed, you will be pressed, you will be anxious, you will be sad, you will be worried, you will be questioning your, like, what should I do? It can be like sliding doors a little bit, because you have two of swords here in the middle. So what you decide now can be really crucial for your future. But it's something, it's the old way dying here. This old kind of keeping yourself in prison, it's not going to be there anymore. You're going to be adult person, seeing the reality as it is, and taking the consequences and doing something about it. And so it's a beautiful thing that I see here for you, Leos. Okay, so I'm going to take some cards for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and it's probably the Phoenix card. So, resurrection, surrender to change. It's going to be a profound, big change in your life, and you just need to go with the flow. It might be like trial by fire here. It's a lot of trials. It's being really squeezed and maybe burnt as well. Trial by fire and then rising again like the bird phoenix from the ashes. It's like a forest fire. When it has been there, it has changed everything. And the new things that comes up is those unusual flowers, you know, that only come to bloom when there have been a lot of heat. So I think this is what we see here with you. You are going to plant your new life and be a total new, more responsible person, like being an adult. I think this is going to make you grow up, and also all of humanity. It's not only you going through these things. So it's kind of a leveling up with vibration as well. So this is the past life oracle card. See a little bit what can be hiding in the shadow that you need to deal with. Oh, yes, it's kind of old phobias that's need to be healed right now. So it's kind of just yes, you see those little persons down here that you have put down here because you didn't want to deal with their pain, and now you need to be there like a good mother or father for your children that has those anxious things within them, and stress and fear. So be a good parent. Don't say dry your tears, be well, stop whining. Don't do this. Stay with the person, give attention. The person is, of course, can be persons in your environment, of course, but it's probably you and your inner beings that need a lot of love and attention from you during this time. And it's going to make you heal, and it's going to make you find yourself, and it's going to make you being an adult person. So don't shy away from panic attacks and all kind of fears that you have to be going out with public or whatever. Imagine that you are going out in public if you are fearing of this or whatever it is, and just stay with the pain that comes. This is how you give attention and love to your inner beings. You don't want them to be like, well, just, you know, so you won't have to bother anymore. You need to stay with them as long as it takes for them to heal. So don't say dry your tears. Say, okay, I'm here for you. Tell me what's the problem. I will solve it for you because I'm the grown-up now. Because you might have got this trauma when you were a little child, and now you have much more control over your life, and you're a grown-up person, probably. Some children might watch this as well. But you can be like taking care of your inner child and giving you the love. I will read this again for you, the beautiful thing from the song text, which I have forgotten the name of. They say searching for love is like searching for yourself. When you find yourself, you find love, because they are the same. So go out and find yourself in the dungeons and in your phobias and in your fear of death and in your nightmares. There you will find yourself, the half of you that you didn't want to listen to because you feared it too much. Okay, so my dear Leos, I'm so thankful for all of you watching, liking, and subscribing to my videos. And all those comments, I read them and I chuckle and I tear up, and it's very beautiful. I haven't got time to answer them all, but as I read them, I really enjoy them and I really appreciate them. So I hope you take really good care of yourself now, and support yourself in this process of being a real grown-up. And I hope to hear from you, see you again in the beginning of December. So take really good care. Bye bye.